wonderful learning individuals. It is a pleasure. I thank you so much for pressing the play button. How are you all doing today? I am Johnny, your host, with HomeCountry Mathematics. It is so great to have you. Please feel free to stay and also to grow. Let us learn some maths, shall we? All right, this is great. It is great to have you. I am Johnny. We are continuing on with chapter 1-2, Order of Operations, slowly progressing and doing some little more challenging algebraic expressions, if you will. Again, it's great to have you. Let's continue on. All right, where were we? Here we are. Okay, this is the new problem. Quickly, we will share the standard order of mathematical operations visual. Commonly, these are typically, you'll hear them called BEDMAS or PEDMAS, BODMAS, just depends where you live, right? But bottom line, it's all the same. Yeah, brackets. Brackets are sometimes called rounded brackets. You also have square brackets. Typically parentheses, brackets, parentheses, all the same. Order basically refers to if you have any radicals or square roots, if you will. Exponents must be done at this step or stage. So anything inside brackets, and then you would have a singular whole number for as an example, and then you would square it. Once that's all completed, then you can go on and move on to any division multiplication, if there is any in your problems. It just depends. It varies expression to expression, right? Same thing with addition, subtraction. All right, let's do some examples. All right, we have, and I love the way they've written this. It's written in fraction form. My favorite. If you've been following along, you will know I am not a fan of algebra problems being written in a linear fashion if there is a division symbol. All right. Again, if you do have a problem that is written with a division symbol, I highly recommend you convert it to fraction form. Again, you can rewrite the problem if it helps you better visually understand the problem that you are facing, right? You do you, because we all support you here. Every single individual that is watching and learning along. Okay, if I want to, I can also add my own brackets. This is the problem. Well, it's not really a problem. I like to look at it as a positive thing because I love the challenge. This is fun for me. Whoops. Okay, let's continue moving this forward. Okay, so we have a numerator over a denominator. We have brackets or parentheses, which clearly state, I love parentheses. It creates a nice sense of organization, and it helps you see visually, oh, hey, this is what I have to do now. Oh, hey, this is what I have to do later, sort of thing, right? Brackets and parentheses create such beautiful organization in any algebra problem. I highly recommend you use them. Don't be cheap with them. All right, let's go. So we can also look at this as the numerator. We can look at this as a neighbor over above another neighbor, right? We don't need to get that technical, but we can. We can solve the numerator by itself, and then we can solve the denominator by itself. I could do the denominator right now, 9 plus 3. Well, I could take 1 from the 3, that leaves 2, give it to the 1, that makes it 10. Oh, look, I have 10 plus 2. Look at that. Will you believe it? 9 plus 3 is 12. Following BEDMAS rules, brackets first. So what that means is finish and complete whatever's inside the brackets. Knowing your multiplication and or times table, it is highly recommended that you have this memorized and or studied. It will exponentially help you solve your mathematical problems quicker, faster, effectively, and efficiently. We all support you here, and good luck. 4 times 3 is 12. I'm going to continue using the parentheses because I like that, especially when you have exponents. Not a fan of seeing this, so it's easy to change this into that, okay, by using parentheses. Again, it creates that nice, simple organization. All right, 12 squared is going to be a big number. We could do the long multiplication if you don't have it memorized. Real easy, 1's place. 2 times 2 is 4. We're still working with this too. 2 times 1. Okay, which is 2. Now we're on the tens place. 1's tens, right? Because for that reason is why we need the 0 place filler. I cannot wait to get a pen tablet because this will make life easier for me. All right, place filler. All right, 0 place filler. Or position filler, however you want to look at it. Okay? All right, 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. Real easy numbers. With multiplication is always addition. 4 plus 0 is 4. 2 plus 2 is also 4. Bring down the 1. 144 is our answer. So continuing the problem here. Again, you could do that sort of stuff on a scrap piece of paper somewhere on the side. We're going to get rid of the exponent now. That's what we're doing, right? Brackets, exponents. We've already done the brackets. Now we're doing the exponents. Okay? 144 divided by 12. Now we already know the answer, right? Because we just did it mathematically. We know that 12 times 12 equals 144. Right? So if you look at mathematics, like you always have 3 sets of numbers, 1, 2, and 3, right? There's always 1, 2, and 3. It requires 2 numbers to create a third number, right? Well, what's the missing number? Okay, we have 144 and we have a 12. What's the missing number? 12. Here's our answer. You understand what I was kind of getting at there? I hope so. All right, perfect. Let's drop the A's. Let's quickly do another. Okay, now they don't have brackets, so I could add brackets. I'm going to do it this way. This one has an exponent, so I'm going to add my own brackets for the exponent because I like that sort of organization. Okay, they have 2 cubed. Okay. All right. 3 plus 2 cubed all over. I'm going to use brackets again to help clarify and organize in my mind what I am doing here. They have just 5 squared, bracket 6. Okay. I could put a little dot there, a raised dot for implied multiplication, and then go like that. All right. Or I could, let me just show you something else. There's another way to write this. Okay, this is the problem right here. But looking at the denominator, I could also rewrite this just like this. Now recall, any multiplication, it doesn't matter what order you do multiplication. As long as you don't miss any steps or miss anything, you should have the same answer. I could also write this as 6 times 5 times 5 in brackets if I want. It's all the same. Again, it doesn't matter which order I multiply numbers. You understand? Like I can multiply these together and then lastly multiply it by 6. Or I could multiply these two together and then lastly multiply that by 5. It does not matter. As long as you're doing the multiplication properly, the order doesn't matter. Because it's multiplication, right? Okay, let's continue. Just thought I would give you those extra tips and tricks. I learned these things just from grinding a lot of math. Okay. My background, I am college educated. I am country. And I majored in mathematics. I majored in physics. And I majored in calculus. Okay. But I love algebra. And I want to help you guys and gals learn and grow. Supporting all parents here. All right. Let's so again, we can look at this as neighbor 1 and this is neighbor 2. Numerator over denominator. They're separate of each other. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do let's work on the numerator. Okay, we have this exponent. There's nothing inside the brackets to do. There's nothing to add to it. It's just a whole number, right? So we have 2 cubed. What does 2 cubed mean? Well, it's the same number multiplied to itself. You can go in steps here. 2 times 2 is 4. And then we have one more 2 still. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, there's our answer. All right, I'm going to clean this up and put 8. Now let's work on our denominator. We have 5 squared. Again, you should have your multiplication table memorized. It's just going to help you be quicker, okay? Especially when you're working with fractions. Don't worry, fractions are easy, especially if you're multiplying and dividing. But a lot of times you need that common number you have to find, right? So That's why I highly recommend you have it memorized. 5 squared is 25, right? So I could do this in another step. I could go 5 times, because we haven't done anything with the 6. The 6 is still hanging out and waiting. All right? Let us continue. 3 plus 8 is 11. Now let's do our 25 times 6. We'll do the long work. 6 times 5 is 30. Carry the 3. 6 times 2. 12. Plus 3. 13, 14, 15. Didn't work out nicely. If this was a 10, we would be able to reduce. Let me see something here. Number 9. Yes. Okay, that's our final answer. Again, if this was a 10, we would be able to factor, but it is 11. So there's no more reducing, because 11 is a prime number. Okay, you can't reduce. 11 can only be multiplied or divided by 1, right? Can't really do much to that. All right, so 11, actually, I'm just going to go like this. That is it for that. We've done quite a few. Evaluate each expressions is the topic. We're doing working with improving our BEDMAS PEDMAS skills. Working in algebra. It's great to have you. Next video, we're going to get into working with algebra essentially, but getting into substitution. It's going to be fun. So stay tuned. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All of us, everyone watching and learning along, all support you. Keep it up. You're doing great. And that is it for now. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.